ladies and gentlemen. This is a real tragic story of a nursing student that was out exercising and I'm sure minding her own business. And Jose Ibarra came up and took her life. I don't know if these two even knew each other. Now, I did read from a totally different article that he lived about 5 minutes away from the university. So let's get to it. Laken Riley was her name, and she was attending school. And they said where they found her, is a common area that University of Georgia students go to exercise. So answers are surfacing about Jose Ibarra, 26, managed to get into the United States, getting arrested in New York and making his way to Georgia, where police accused him of taking the life of Laken Riley. Riley was just 22 years old when she was attacked while running on the University of Georgia's intramural fields. So, from what I understand and just listening to some of the student interviews, they said a lot of people go over there to exercise. So this happened on Thursday, according to the UGA Police Department. Immigration Customs Enforcement issued the following statement on Sunday that U.S. Customs and Border Protection arrested Ibarra. And he was arrested back in September 8th of 2022 after he unlawfully entered the United States near El Paso, Texas. He was paroled and released for further processing. After receiving an update, they said an immigration attorney, not his, this is just one speaking in general, Joshua McCall, WSB Tonight, who he said he worked with hundreds of cases in Georgia for illegal immigrants. So apparently he was paroled and released. Immigration officials take stock. They ask questions. They ask if they're planning on applying for asylum, for example, and they make a judgment call on whether they should keep them or let them go. Often they will run their fingerprints against an international crime database. McCall said that usually agents ensure that migrants have a stable address and will send them there. In fact, they usually won't parole and release them unless they provide an address. And they often verify someone living at that address is ready to receive them, McCall said. He said once there, the immigrant is expected to follow up, and have proper documents through the court system. And ICE said Ibarra ended up getting arrested in New York a year later. Officials said he was driving an uninsured, unregistered car with a 5-year-old and was charged with acting in a manner to injure a child. I said in a statement he was released by NYPD before a detainer could be issued. You are innocent until proven guilty. So they released him. ICE often tried to put a detainer. That's a request for them to be detained for 48 hours so they can pick them up from immigration violations, but local jails do not have to do it. Sometimes they don't have the space and sometimes they don't have the personnel to work with ICE to keep them in place. Yeah, y'all got every excuse in the world to let these people go when they're detained. All right. He said ICE agents could have searched for Ibarra after his release and may have done so. However, once in Georgia, McCall said Ibarra could have been off the map. Now he was in Athens, Clark County. So he's in Athens, Clark County jail facing, charges. ICE has lodged a detainer against him. So right now they have him. Y'all, let me tell you something. When I went online to read about, ICE detention, there are many occasions ICE will detain them and let them go. They don't keep these people as long as you think. Just because they're in ICE detention, it does not mean they're going to be there for a long time. All right. So the U.S. Attorney's Office said Diego Ibarra crossed into the United States a few months after his brother. Border Control said they sent him to New York due to a credible fear claim for asylum. However, he did not follow up to apply for asylum in the court system. He eventually made his way down to Athens, Georgia, where he was charged 3 times in 2023 for driving without a license, shoplifting, and failing to fingerprint. Oh boy, I don't know why this country got this no deportation rule. If you would just send these people back once they start committing crimes, this girl might not have lost her life at all. But they are hell bent on keeping these people at all costs. And yes, I did read how Venezuela is saying they will not accept deportations from the US and Mexico. I did see that. I did see it because I know some people mentioned it on my live stream. And, it's a shame. But as long as the US is giving these illegals a slap on the wrist in court, you can best believe the crimes are going to get worse, especially if they know there's no chance they can ever be deported back. Why would they stop? Why would you stop? They're not. They're not going to stop. The crimes are going to get bigger and they're going to get worse and they're going to get more deadlier because this country is not doing enough about it. But this is how y'all set up sanctuary cities for these folks. But y'all keep in mind, if anybody in our community get caught doing some of the most minor things, you may end up in there for decades. Amazing how they got the system set up, isn't it? Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. I think it's a shame. I saw the comparison with George Floyd. I do not believe this compares with George Floyd. I think this is an entirely different kind of case from George Floyd. And, I notice there's not much sympathy for the victim. It's more talk of deportation and all that. And y'all, I'll be shocked if they do deport him. I would be shocked, especially after Venezuela just came out and said they're not taking these people back. That's why I'm saying the U.S. had to make some kind of deal with these South American countries not to send these people back. And with the assumption that when they get here, they would just start working and get work permits and everything. And this is not panning out to be the case at all. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.